Then again, other provisions, the payment of bonus linked to production or productivity. Yes, this is section 31 capital A. So it is basically, yes, it is based on, it is a profit sharing arrangement. That is the reason this act was brought in. But still, it can also be linked to production or productivity, subject to the minimum rate of 8.33% and the maximum rate of 20%. But the prerequisite is there must be a clear written agreement. In case if there is a union representing the majority of the workers or employees, then I think there should be a clear agreement with the union, between the management and union. In case if there is no union, then some 5-member committee shall be formed for this specific purpose, and the management has to enter into kind of agreement with the 5-member committee. So only then this process can go on, like linking the payment of bonus to production or productivity. That can happen only after that, right? So the agreement, clearly written agreement, must be available if at all, if bonus is to be linked to production or productivity. And of course, the act does not apply to certain employees or established. We all know, if you go through the section 32, right, the employees of LIC, for example, the employees of IDBA, for example, I think they are all very clear. There is a list, kind of a big list, 10, 15 items are mentioned there. Those classes of employees or classes of establishments are completely exempted from the provisions of the Payment of Bonus Act. So when it comes to the question of a transactional part, maintenance of registers and other records, there are 4 forms prescribed. Form A, which is about the computation of allocable surplus under section 2(4), and Form B is about set on and set off, right? So when we say again set on, see, we talk about the payment of maximum bonus of 20%, but if the allocable surplus is still there, even after paying 20% of salary as bonus to all the employees, even if some amount is left, that amount the company cannot utilize it for their normal purposes. That has to be set on for payment of bonus for the subsequent year. That is what is called set on, right? Similarly, in case if there is no sufficient allocable surplus available, it comes to less than 8.33%. Yet, company has to pay 8.33%. So assume that the allocable surplus allows only 5%. So there is a shortage of 3.3%. So this 3.3% will be set off for the next year. Maybe next year, if there is more profit, then that can be adjusted there. So whether it is set on or set off, it has to go on for 6 years, right? Again, even if you go through this particular form or the 4th schedule mentioned under the Act, it will be very clear. So the set on and set off, it has to, you have to, as employees, you may have to carry on for 6 years, not after that. Then again, Form C, that is the register, which will contain the bonus paid details for each employee. That is, I think the companies have to maintain that register. Then the Form D, which is the annual return, which is to be submitted to the appropriate government, right? If for in our case, if it is the central government, then I think Central Labor Department, you have to submit it. If it is state, then you have to file it with the state authority. And of course, penalty for any contravention, punishment is imprisonment, which may extend to 6 months, or fine, which may extend to 1,000 rupees, or with both. So again, I repeat, this is purely based on the current provisions of the Payment of Bonus Act. So I think if we have already seen the provisions under the Code on Wages, which talks about the bonus also, there are slight changes, right? So particularly with respect to this penalty, I think it is higher. Once the Code on Wages comes into force, I think the penalty will go up.